listening in to a segment from Talk Sport Boxing with Simon Jordan and Spencer Oliver. They are suggesting that being the Gwoat isn't good enough. And why is that? Recently, Savannah Marshall took away Franchon Cruz-Discern's titles, and a rematch may be in discussion with Shields. Let's talk about it. Claressa Shields has more than made her way in the sport of boxing. This woman has achieved so much that she is not only the current Women's Fighter of the Year, Boxer of the Year, but Shields may be the Fighter of the Decade in women's boxing for her accomplishments and for goals not yet reached. But listening in from UK Talk Sport Boxing, we had a chance to really understand that how they see and perceive the Gwoat. They're discussing the fact that Claressa can enter the ring again against Marshall for those super middleweight titles at Undisputed. But Marshall was given, right off of the heels of her fight with Claressa, a shot at those belts when other fighters have to go back and get in line. And not only that, she was able to fight for those titles in her hometown, her home country. And again, Claressa had to come over there the first time that they met, and she did it with no problem because she wanted to become undisputed. But why does the table always has to be set for Marshall? And the fact that they're still not giving Shields the credit for her accomplishments troubles me, because this woman has gone out of her way to do more for women's boxing than Marshall, Katie Taylor, any of them. And yes, boxing as a whole is more popular in the UK, but you can't deny when a world champion like Shields, and is as accomplished as Shields, has done what she's done, and these veteran media journalists do not want to acknowledge it because she's not simply from their country. It really puts a sour taste in the mouth to hear them speak of a champion of Shields' caliber and be dismissive of it, as if Savannah deserves the next chance. Her fight against Franchon proved that she was a better technical fighter, but Franchon had the harder punch. She had good stamina, but she really fought the wrong type of fight for that particular fight. And she hurt Marshall a couple of times. But technically wise, she was behind, and she rightfully lost her titles. But the fight was a great deal closer than the final judges' scorecards suggested. And so therefore, sitting ringside, Shields can witness all of this, and she understands exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to force the Marshall effect on women's boxing, and Shields should definitely not fall for it. In her fight against Marshall, Shields showed hand speed, technical precision, movement, defense. She was punching and out-punching Marshall 4 or 5 or 6 to 2. And it was unanimous across the board. If they were to face one another again, it should definitely be on the U.S. soil. But don't just take my word for it. This is what Claressa had to say ringside right after the Marshall challenge and victory over Franchon Cruz-Discern.
We're not going to build that narrative that I'm scared of Savannah Marshall because she's at super middleweight now. That's not a narrative. Nobody's scared of Savannah Marshall. My only request is I've already come over here to the UK to beat you. If you want to fight again, we're not going to fight in the UK. She doesn't deserve that. I beat her unanimously. Come to America, come to Detroit, come to T-Mobile, come to MGM Grand, come to the US, fight me in Africa, but we're not going to fight in the UK. Absolutely not.
What's the reason for that? Would you not say that there's more financial benefits for you to fight here? Or...
It's financial benefits everywhere, but she's disrespectful. She lied on my name. She said that I don't sell tickets in the U.S. and I just bought and did 12,000 tickets.
Yeah.
And I don't like that disrespect. After I was open to even give her a chance to come over here and to be booed on national anthem, booed walking out, for her to continue to spit on my name. So that's where it comes from, to where she absolutely will not get a rematch here in the UK. And it's not that I don't love the fans here. It's just that it's her. It's her attitude. It's her demeanor. It's her not being humble enough to respect me as the champion that I am and to stop telling lies. Maybe if she apologized for lying, maybe I'll fight her in the UK. But she gets on Sky Sports and just say that I don't sell tickets and I'm hard to work with, and that's absolutely not true.
So there you have it, straight from the Gwoat's mouth. The fact that she'd be willing to face Marshall any place but the UK, especially with what she's had to endure during those moments of when she came to the UK. Remember, they were supposed to fight earlier, like in the year, what was it, late August or September. The Queen passed away and the fight was delayed and pushed back into October. So Claressa stuck to her guns and she did exactly what she was supposed to do as the unified champion going into that fight. And she came out successful. So why hasn't she earned the merit of being able to stand and say, hey, come to me. I'm the A side. You have to adhere by these policies, these rules, these contractual obligations. She has spread herself thin and still have been successful. So now it's time for her to reap the A side benefits. And make no mistake, she is being successful and paving the way for a lot of fighters who will come in the aftermath. But while she's here, she has earned the respect of the community of boxing. She has earned the respect from these journalists, and she has earned the respect from her opponents. And if they do not want to acknowledge her accomplishments, history will still be kind to Claressa Shields, because the one thing they will not be able to do is take away her accomplishments. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about whether or not Claressa Shields should give in like they think she should and face Marshall again for a second time in the UK. Remember Devin Haney and George Kambosos? No way. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.